A phone call to Maryland police in a domestic violence dispute set the wheels in motion for the deportation of Maria Bolanos. Bolanos is fighting her deportation order. She confronted Secure Communities Director David Venturella at a conference Thursday that assessed programs like Secure Communities and 287G that enable local police to take part in immigration enforcement.
No sabía cómo se está manejando sobre el programa de comunidades seguras sobre la violencia doméstica. Quiero compartir con usted un poquito sobre lo que me ha pasado.
Pero lo va a tener que decir bastante rapidito.
Soy María, me llamo María, vivo en Prince George, Maryland. Llamé a la policía después de una pelea con mi pareja. Después la policía me entregó a inmigración. Hoy tengo una orden de deportación. Tengo una hija de 21 meses y no quiero ser separada de mi hija. No soy una criminal, soy una trabajadora. Por eso le pido que cancele inmediatamente mi caso y todos los casos que están como comunidades seguras.
And I'll be happy to translate. La pregunta que tengo para ti es, ¿en qué momento, at what point, was it when you were calling 911, she's a victim of domestic abuse, called? ¿Fue cuando llamaste? ¿En qué momento fue la determinación?
Can we translate her first?
Yeah, okay.
Can we translate her first? ¿Puedo leer la cosa?
But if you can answer that question, that would be helpful.
So, Mr. Venturella, I heard that you were not aware of the relationship with Secure Communities and the issues for domestic violence victims. For this, I wanted to share a little bit of my personal story of Maria's and what happened to me. My name is Maria. I'm a resident of Prince George's County, Maryland. I called the police after a fight with my partner. I thought they would help me, but through this, the police turned me over to ICE, and now I have a deportation order. I'm not a criminal, and I don't want to be separated from my daughter of 21 months old, so I'm asking you to dismiss my case immediately and to put an end to this program, Secure Communities, that is separating families like mine and destroying many lives.
For this particular case, it was not a Secure Communities referral. I know that the Washington Post has provided that information, but I can tell you that's not the case. She was referred to ICE. She was not arrested for domestic violence. She was not charged for that. There are other issues that you probably are aware of that I'm not going to share, but you were not a Secure Communities referral or hit. You were not arrested at the time that you made the call. No fingerprints were shared with us. It was not until much, much later for a different issue that you became known to us. So, you know, I understand your concern, I understand your issue, but to tie it to Secure Communities, I'm going to be adamant that you did not fall under that program, and actions were not taken because of that.
Ser separada de mi hija. No soy una criminal, por eso le pido a inmigración que no me deporte.
My daughter is 21 months old. I'm here to say that I'm not a criminal, and I'm here to ask ICE to terminate the proceedings against me.
Bolanos still remembers her time in jail, and she wears an ankle bracelet, awaiting her next deportation hearing on February 16th.
Fui detenida porque se me acusaba de vender tarjetas telefónicas sin licencia. Estuve 5 días detenida, separada de mi hija. Fue algo muy difícil de afrontar. Después de 5 días salí con el brazalete en el pie, gracias a mi hija también y a muchas personas que me ayudaron. Y hoy en día tengo la orden de deportación.
So I was arrested for selling phone cards without a license, and the charges were eventually dropped. I was brought in, held in the cell for 5 days. I didn't know what was going to happen. Finally, on the account of knowing that I was still breastfeeding, and because I had a daughter, they let me leave, and I was allowed to leave with a tracking bracelet on my ankle.
advocates came to support Bolanos and those with similar cases.
Somos 100, somos millones, cuéntanos bien. No somos uno, no somos 100, somos millones.
I want to say how much of it is an honor for me to stand today with Maria, who is standing up for basic rights and then facing the threat of deportation. I'm here today to say that the
it's really no mystery that the AFL-CIO would support Maria and immigrant women and men who find themselves standing up for their basic rights and then face deportation as a result of this. This happens to workers on the work site every day. It's especially been exacerbated since local governmental authorities, state police, local police have engaged in enforcement. And so what we're seeing is this kind of harassment that happens, and we believe at the AFL-CIO that this shouldn't happen in the workplace, and it should not ever happen to women who are trying to be safe in their own homes.
Ms. Bolanos, who called the police for help and now faces deportation and separation from her young daughter, is a terrible and haunting example of law enforcement's failure to satisfy its core mission of protecting the abused and our communities as a whole.
One of our main concerns with immigration enforcement is that victims are actually being removed before they can access immigration remedies. So what Maria's case exemplifies is this concern that she, who may be eligible for protections created under the Violence Against Women Act, can't access them because she's being placed in removal proceedings. As well, she's being separated from her families, and that's another area of advocacy work that we've been doing to encourage ICE not to needlessly separate mothers and children.
Como criminales. Y el pueblo de Dios no puede ser un pueblo de criminales.
This is Deportation Nation in Washington, D.C.
Sobre los principios religiosos y familiares, debe entender que programas como el de comunidades seguras, lejos de